Hey guys, this week for Weapons Wednesday, we're going to test out the Stealth Blowgun Ninja Sword as well as some of the other new weapons we just added to the KarateMart.com website. But before we begin, if you just like this video and subscribe to our channel, that would be awesome. So last week, we tested out some of the newest weapons we recently added to the KarateMart.com website. And then I asked you to go to the community tab and vote for which one you liked best. And you guys went to the community tab and voted for the Military Trench Dagger. Excellent choice, guys. I love the fact that the blade is made from a 1095 high carbon steel and the handle is made from solid brass. So excellent choice. So this week, I asked Amanda to go back into the warehouse and find some more interesting weapons for me to test out. So at the end of this video, make sure you guys go to the community tab and vote for which weapon you like best. And as always, there's links in the description of the video for you to find out more information on each of these products. So without further ado, Amanda, what is our very first weapon this week?
There you go.
Awesome, awesome. Okay. And our very first weapon is the spiked medieval flail. Awesome, awesome. Ooh, this is fun. We don't often do medieval weapons, so I actually really like this. Now, medieval flails were used throughout Europe during the late Middle Ages, and they had all sorts of different designs to them. I mean, there were ones that had kind of big wooden spiked planks that would be swinging and longer poles, some that had rounded balls on the end. But this specific one has these kind of like spiked morning star type balls on it. And these spiked balls are roughly about 5.5 ounces each, and they're made of some sort of metal. I don't know what type of metal that is. I don't think that's steel. Now we can also see that the handle is made from a nice hardwood that feels pretty durable. So I think that's gonna hold up really nicely for us. And what I also like is it's got this little wrist strap at the end that's made out of chain. So that looks pretty neat. I mean, if you're going to use this for a cosplay weapon, I think that would look pretty realistic. As far as a real weapon goes, I'm not exactly sure. I definitely think we need to test this out, because the thing that's bothering me right off the bat is if we look at the chain, that's unwelded chain. Now, the other thing I noticed is we've got this nylon cord that's wrapped all around the handle, and it looks kind of simplistic, but it actually gives a really comfortable grip on this handle, so I'm glad it's there. The overall length of the handle is approximately 15.25 inches, and the chain length with the spiked balls is approximately 16.5 inches, and the total weight of this thing altogether is about 1 pound, 6 ounces. But I want to test it out, so I'm a little bit nervous to use this on this Wing Chun dummy, but I figure if I put on my safety glasses that make me look like Clark Kent, I think we're going to be able to have a little bit of fun with this. So let's actually test this out, see how well this thing holds up. I have a feeling it's going to pretty much demolish this Wing Chun dummy, so here, let's give it a go. Oh, geez. I have to say that the wrist strap actually makes it a little more difficult to use. So I'm going to take off the wrist strap and just hit the Wing Chun dummy. Jeez. Okay, guys, well, that just broke. I'm just going to make an executive decision here and say that we are not going to sell this item because I don't want to sell items that are going to break like that. So sorry, guys, if this is something you're really interested in, I just don't feel comfortable selling something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this away, and let's move on to our next weapon. All right, Amanda, what is our very next weapon today?
There you go.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I hope this weapon's a little bit better because that last one was just a little bit disappointing. So let's check this one out. All right, and our next weapon is 3 different OTF Karambit Knives. Nice, nice. So for those of you who don't know, OTF, or out the front knives, are automatic knives that are known for being able to deploy their blade very quickly in a defensive situation. But one thing you need to know is that we only sell them on combative.com. They aren't available on KarateMart.com. And another thing that's very important for you to know is there are very strict laws when it comes to OTF and automatic knives. So definitely check your local laws just to make sure you're not doing anything wrong. So first off, we can see that they come with this really nice heavy-duty nylon sheath. And then they've got this belt loop on there so we can hang it from the side of our body if we want to. And then they also have the security buckle on them so the knife is not going to fall out of their case on you. But let's take a look at the knife itself. Oh wow, look at that. Now these specific OTF Karambit knives have American-made springs with 25 pounds of tension that allow the blade to retract and eject in less than 3/4 of a second. I love these things because they're really, really comfortable to hold too. I mean, I typically hold my Karambits in reverse grip, so for me, that's absolutely perfect. But you can also throw them into extended grip, and then you have really good control of your blade as well. But let's try them in forward grip really quick. Oh yeah, forward grip is actually really nice because we've got some really good jimping up here. They're actually made from a D2 steel, which D2 steel is known for being very wear resistant and durable. So that is an excellent steel for these knife blades. Now the casing itself is also made of steel, but it's got this rubberized grip to it that is so comfortable. Now the ring on the pommel has an inner diameter of approximately 1 1/8 inches, which is going to be plenty big even if you have very large hands. Now we can also see that it's got this really nice heavy duty steel pocket clip on there, just in case we don't feel like using the sheath. But the thing I really like the most about this specific brand of OTF knives is they actually come with a limited lifetime warranty from the manufacturer. Now this specific OTF Karambit comes in 3 different colors, so let's just check that out. First off, we've got this black one, which looks so nice and stealthy. Second, we've got this red blade one, which just has such a nice contrast to it. I absolutely love that. And third, blue blade. That looks awesome. But I want to test this out a little bit. Let's just see how well this works. So I'm going to try slicing this Wing Chun dummy just a little bit. Oh, wow. And the blade is still in perfect condition. Did you see all that wood fly off the Wing Chun dummy? I mean, look at that. That is just awesome. An extended grip feels nice and comfortable. Just dug in there, took off a big chunk, and that blade is still in perfect condition. So I love D2 steel. I think these things are going to hold up for you really, really nicely. But this specific knife has a closed length of approximately 6 inches, has an open length of approximately 8 3/4 inches, and it weighs approximately 8 ounces. And the blade length is approximately 3 inches. But once again, these are only available on combative.com. But that's about all I have to say about that. So I'm going to go ahead and put these away. Let's move on to our next weapon. All right, Amanda, what is our next weapon today?
There you go.
Awesome, awesome. Let's see what this is. All right, and our next weapon is the Black Cyclone Ninja Star. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Let's take a look at this. Okay, that is an interesting looking throwing star. I honestly don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. Weird. So only the tips of this are sharpened. It's kind of like little knife blades up here. Oh yeah, and that's sharp, and the tips are really sharp. And you know what else I see? I can see we have jimping up here, so this could actually be used as an additional bladed weapon in addition to a throwing weapon. How cool is that? Now, how do we do this though? I guess I put my finger through there, have a little, oh yeah, that's actually fairly comfortable. I've got this jimping up here, my middle finger's through the hole. Amanda, can you grab me like a box or something to try testing this out with? Yeah, why don't you come up here? You got to say hi to your fans really quick. You know what's sad to me is Amanda has way more fans than I've ever had in my life. So this is Amanda. Thank you for this. Let's try slicing this really quick. See how this works. I mean, that's actually pretty comfortable. Oh yeah, that's actually that's actually pretty cool. I like that. So we could totally use this as a bladed weapon in addition to a star. Let's try throwing it though. Got the Wing Chun dummy right here. Look at that. That is lovely. That's in there tight too. I'm going to have to pull it out through the... Dang. That is a cool weapon. We can use it for both a bladed weapon and as a throwing weapon. But let's see what else we can tell you about this. So first off, this is made from a 3CR13 stainless steel with a black finish. And then look at the shape of this. That almost looks like the shape of a starfish to me. I mean, that's kind of an interesting design, but you could see how well that throws. So I actually really like the design of this star. Now, if we look closely, we can see that there's venting throughout all the arms of this. which actually take a little bit of weight off of it. It weighs approximately 4.3 ounces, so that's a pretty light weight for this star, but it's got a good weight to it for throwing. Now these little tiny like claw-like blades up here are approximately 1¼ inches long, and then the diameter of this is approximately 6 inches. The one thing that I don't really like about this product is it doesn't come with a case, but I guess that kind of makes sense considering that it is going to be a bladed weapon in addition to a throwing star. I mean, that is so cool. I love that. It's really comfortable. I can slice the heck out of this. I mean, I'm totally digging this, honestly. But that's about all I have to say about this, so I'm going to go ahead and put this away, and let's move on to our next weapon. All right, Amanda, what is our last item today? That's a big one. Okay, thank you. All right, let's see what this guy is. Okay. And our last item of the day is the Stealth Blowgun Ninja Sword. Nice, nice. Okay, let's see what this guy looks like. Okay, so first off, we can see that it comes with this really nice black cloth sword bag. But let's take a look at the sword itself. Oh, wow. That is definitely a little bit different from some of the other swords we've seen on this Weapons Wednesday before. The most obvious thing you notice here is we've got this blowgun on top up there. And then also, look at this nylon sageo. Typically that kind of wraps around the scabbard, but because of the placement of that blowgun, it just kind of hangs off there. So that's kind of interesting. But I want to see the sword itself, so let's just take a look at that. Oh yeah, look at that. That is a really nice looking sword. The blade itself is made from a 1045 high carbon steel. And then we can also see that the spine of the sword is straight, and then it's got that tanto tip up top. And then we've also got the square tsuba there, which all of those things are characteristic of a ninjato sword. But if you look back at historical evidence, you can't really find much information about ninjas actually using a sword with a straight spine or a tanto tip or a square tsuba. That's kind of like a modern take on a ninjato sword. Now, if we look at the tsuka, we can tell that the blade goes full tang through the handle, and then we've got this nylon wrap that's covered over the top of this imitation black ray skin. And imitation ray skin has really gained in popularity due to conservation purposes lately, so I actually really like that. So the scabbard has this kind of speckled black paint on it. It's definitely a wooden scabbard, but then the cool thing about this specific sword is that it's got this blowgun attached to it. We can see that we've got these 12 little darts on there, and then this aluminum blowgun hooked to the top of the scabbard. So let's just test that out really quick. I'm going to pull off one of these little darts and kind of stick it into the blowgun, and let's just hit that Wing Chun dummy. I mean, look at that. I love blowguns. I love blowguns so much because they are so easy to shoot. Anyone can learn how to shoot a blowgun accurately. Now, the overall length of the sword is approximately 40 inches. The blade length is approximately 27.5 inches, and the sword weighs approximately 2 pounds, 7.5 ounces. So that is a really nice weight for this sword. But I'm very curious to see what you guys vote for this week. So make sure you guys go to the community tab and vote for which weapon you like best. And if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel, and check out KarateMart.com because we've got all sorts of really awesome weapons on there right now. But until next week, we'll see you Weapons Wednesday.